All right, hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to go over, I was asked to maybe go over how much of work a compositor would have to do in these shots. I'm going to try to go over it real quick. So it really depends on where you're at, your position, the studio, everything. So from my experience, actually, my experience is varied as well. So something like this shot, you have a lot of effects elements, and obviously you have a plate here. So some studios, you could be given this plate raw, and they could say, "Hey, track this, um, key it, get an edge for him, get an edge for this." You're gonna get then you're gonna get these elements that you have to bring in, and you do the color grading, integration. You're gonna get curtain. You're gonna get this wall would be an element with probably 5 or 6 different elements for the buildup of the breaking, the big elements, the small elements, the dust, um, the whole, like everything. Probably most places that I work at, some of the bigger studios, something like this, what you'd get this, and then there's a lot of places you'd have this painted out for you and tracked. So you'd be given a camera, and you'd probably be given roto of him, and you'd be getting separate roto of the box most likely. And they could even break up his body into different rotos. Um, Basically, like a red channel for the shoes, a blue channel for his hands and skin, or something maybe. So there's definitely that's definitely a possibility. But your job would be to take all these elements as a compositor and integrate them into the shot. So you'd be giving everything in here, and you'd be asked to make it look photoreal. Um, each studio is different, so you'd be getting all these different elements and have to color correct them to kind of make it integrated and feel like it was shot all together. This could definitely be you might this could even be let me watch the shot real quick again. Yeah, it doesn't really move, does it? So even if it did, like sometimes what they do to save render time, this could even be a single frame right here. This could be in the shot, like yeah. See, it looks like they changed out the element. So this could be just a still frame that they ask you to color correct, defocus, soften, blend in better. So as a compositor, you basically in charge of getting everything working together. You're maybe the motion blur would probably be rendered out for you. Sometimes you have to add your own motion blur depending on the studio, just because it can take so long to render. And then say like this shot, I've been in studios where um, see how it warps there for a second. There's some paint work over here, this desk. So there's some paint work that happened there. You might have to do that, but at most bigger studios, they're going to have a paint roto department that they send out to, and that you won't have to take care of that. So you'll get a plate that has the paint work, but they'll preserve the green screen, and sometimes they'll clean the green screen up for you, so it's easier for you to pull the key. Um, and then so this shot, you'd most likely be in charge of obviously keying, integrating the background, color correcting the background, making it feel like it's outside. You'd get this CG render, and then you'd be in charge of integrating it, making it feel like it's in the shot as well. Same with this. Let's see, let's look at that again. Let's look at his arms. Interesting area right here. It feels like it gets cut off right there, but usually once it's a motion blurs against a brighter background, it's not as apparent. And so you can see you did the CG, obviously. There was probably some sort of paint work done here. They don't show it, so maybe not, but usually there's some sort of paint work. On these bigger shots in the beginning, like let's say this. Again, I've never worked at rodeo, so I'm not sure their workflow. But so a couple things could happen. as a senior compositor, you could get this plate. Sorry. You could get this plate, right? Tracking markers are probably going to be removed for you, like I said, from Roto. This could, if they think this is too hard of a key, this stuff could be rotoed for you. Sometimes they'll just remove it and replace it with CG. But your responsibility would be to key them, get rid of all this D-spill. I mean, they're covered in green spill, especially the street. And then take all these elements and integrate them together. This is a DMP, most likely a digital matte painting. So you'd get that from the DMP department. Probably put that at the back of your plate, so this would be your background. Then any elements like these flags they added, I think they added one over here, you would color correct. Lighting usually does a pretty good job of matching the lighting, but a lot of times they might not, so you can use like normals and nuke and kind of relight things somewhat to a degree. This looks like you could just put in shadow and be fine. Then you'd get all these elements. This usually they try to break them up into like, here's your cars, here are your people, here are your far background cars, here's your midground cars. So they're all on different layers, so you have the most control. And you just start throwing them all into your comp and making sure that everything's integrated. Your shadows. It looks a little funky right here. So unless you're at a studio that has like juniors working for you, you're, as a comper, you're going to be in charge of doing everything in the shot, implementing the DMP, implementing all the CG, color correcting everything, making everything feel like it all fits together. This shot's, if it's 100% CG besides the people, it's the same idea. These would be all, I don't know, I'm assuming they're green screen keys. I forgot. I did watch it. Oh yeah. But most likely you're not going to have to do the track. You're almost always going to get a track for something like this because it's just such a big track and a big shot. They don't want comp dealing with all that. And again, you'll probably get paint outs of all these for you, and then you just start adding it all in. So usually the compositors, they're the ones that get all the elements, and they're usually they're the last person that touches a shot besides the digital color retimer, which is usually there's only one per film that does that at the end of the show. So the compositors are usually the last people that touch a shot and give it the look and feel. Again, same idea. You'd probably get some clean plates. Definitely, yeah, see they cleaned out his hands, so you'd get that from paint department, his paint outs. I don't know if you saw this, but they changed a photo. Was it Einstein? I'm curious now. I think it might have been. So you'd probably be in charge of corner pinning that photo in there. Obviously the background, making sure it feels like it's daytime, making sure that the lighting feels right on this weird guy. And this would be effects elements you'd get. So that was just the plate. Those are your effects. This is a different creature effect that you'd get. But yeah, as a compositor, you're pretty much in charge of taking the shot to the end. So you're going to touch a little bit of everything: matte paintings, character animations, effects. So hopefully that explains it a little bit. Maybe I'll try to do another one with more detail. This one, I'm kind of rushing through this one because I'm actually at work, just on a break right now. So hopefully I can do another one with some more info. Hopefully that helps though. All right.